Hey everybody, Brittany here. Welcome to tonight's training call. Eric and I are super excited to share some business building tips with y'all. So make sure you have a paper and pen ready. We have a lot we want to cover, and we don't know if we're going to be able to get through it all tonight. We don't want to keep you guys here all night, so it may end up being a two-parter. We'll just see how far we get. So the first thing that we want y'all to do, not this second, but sometime soon, go somewhere quiet, somewhere without distractions, and write out your why. I'm not talking about, I want to be healthier, I want financial freedom, I want to help others. I want you to dig deep. Why do you want to be healthier? What would being healthier mean to you, to your family, to how you live your life every day? What would change if you were healthier? What are some of the biggest impacts it would have on your life? Why do you want financial freedom? Do you want to quit your job? Why do you want to quit your job? If you can earn enough to do so, what do you want your life to look like without a 9-to-5? How do you want to spend your time? And what are some of the things that are important to you? Be very, very specific. Do you want to travel? Where do you want to go? Why do you want to go there? Do you want to be able to help others? Help others how? Do you want to give more? What do you want to give to, and why do you want to give to them? Again, when you write this out, I want you to be extremely detailed. They call this the why that makes you cry. Make it specific. Then put it somewhere where you'll see it every day. You also want to talk about it on Facebook a lot, more than anything else. You don't have to write it all at once. Just piece by piece, share with your Facebook friends what Plexus means to you, why you Plexus. And I'm going to ask you to do the hard part. You're going to need to make a video about your why. Don't make it long. I don't recommend making it over 3 minutes. 2 or 3 minutes is kind of the little magic number. And I know a lot of people say, oh, that makes me nervous. I'm not going to do that. I hate watching videos of myself. What if I mess up? Throw out all those excuses. You're on this call tonight because you want to succeed. And one of the things that you need to do is make a video of your why. And I know it doesn't sound very important, but it truly is one of the most important things you will ever do for your business. The reason is people want to see that it's real. They don't want to see that you're just posting about it. They don't want to see that you just, talk about it from time to time. They want to know your why as well. They want to see your vulnerability. They want to see that you're real, that you can be sincere about it. They want to know exactly why you chose Plexus. And your decision to share this with them in the form of a video will make a huge impact. So last week, when I asked the question on our team page that Eric and I were thinking about this video because, we want to help people go silver. So let me know if you're not silver yet because we want to help you get there. My inbox lit up. I had message after message after message for a good 24 hours. And I sent back almost the exact same response to every message. The first question that I asked was, what are you doing every day for your business? And almost every single response was exactly the same. Almost all of y'all said, well, I post on Facebook when I can. I don't have a lot of time, but I do it when I remember. And I do talk to some people about Plexus. What else do you mean I should be doing? To be honest, I was shocked, and I felt like a complete failure as a leader, which is why we decided to schedule this so quickly. We want each of y'all to have the tools that you need to succeed. So this is the second thing that you must write out. You need to write out your daily mode of operation, things you are committed to do every single day for your business. I have mine in the front of my day planner. Every morning I start at the top and I work my way down. I get done what I can when I can, but I never go to bed until everything on the list is done every day. Sometimes I have to stay up late after everybody else is asleep. Sometimes I miss a TV show or two. I know that building a successful, serious money, income-producing business takes sacrifice of my time now. And I'm willing to make those sacrifices because I know that it's 100% worth it. You may have to cut back or even cut out some things right now that take up your time. If you are willing to do this and spend that time working your business instead, you will be so much farther ahead. So what's on my list? What do I do every day? Got my list here so I can show you. First of all, I start off each morning with a little devotional and just a word of prayer. The second thing I do, I go on my Facebook page and I go to where it says events, and then I scroll down to where it says birthdays. Every single person that has a birthday, every day, first thing, I post a graphic on their page that says happy birthday. And that's actually something that I, for years and years, even before Plexus, I can mention one thing that really stuck out to me was something that Celeste said. She's the one who's double diamond. She went diamond in like 8 months, and then she went double diamond in really fast too. And people ask her all the time, how did you build your team? How did you build your network so quickly? And her response is, I've been building my network for 37 years. And I really started thinking about that. How was she building a network her whole life? And the answer is really simple. She went out of her way to make everyone in her life feel special. Even on a small scale, wishing somebody happy birthday takes maybe 10 seconds, but it means so much to them. Another thing I do, I keep track of who has birthdays. I like to go in afterwards and say, no, hey, I hope you had a great birthday. Did you do anything fun? Send them like a little message. And just remembering them and thinking about them, even though it doesn't take a lot of time, makes them feel so much more special. So it's the little things like that. If people post prayer requests, tell them you're praying for them. Send them a private message a couple days later. Ask how that prayer request is doing. The more you genuinely invest your time in other people, the more they will be drawn to you and the more they will want what you have. So that's why I do that. The second thing I do is I go through all my non-Plexus friends posts. I have a separate news feed that's just non-Plexus friends. And I make sure to comment on, as many of them as I can from the day before. That I'm only seeing them and commenting on them. Again, that makes them feel special. It makes them feel like you notice them and you care about what's happening in their lives. Very important part of building that network and that relationship with people. If they don't think you care about them, they are not going to want what you're selling. They are not going to want to join your team. If they don't see that you're doing stuff that makes them feel special outside of Plexus. Next thing I do is I message 2 new people who might be interested. They're on my list, who might be interested in the business or might be interested in the products. I make sure to follow up with at least 2 people, whether they're people I've contacted in the past about ordering, whether they're teammates that I know needed, if they got their issue worked out. I try to do some kind of ambassador training with every day. I pick somebody out, send them a message, see how I can help, point spot different things that are going on in their team, that kind of thing. Once a month, I follow up with people who have been on my long running list who have never told me no, but haven't given me a yes yet. So once a month, I'll kind of go through all those. And if there's a special, like, this month, I'll message all them and say, hey, there's a special free shipping. So I kind of keep track of who I need to reach out to every time there's a special. I take advantage of that. The next thing is I always try to widen my net. I look for people who, Facebook says people you might know who have, we have several mutual friends in common. Add them to my list, and I can think of that I'm not Facebook friends with, try to add to my Facebook friends list, just so more people are seeing my posts. Always have 30 minutes of personal development at least a day, whether that's reading a book. Got some awesome ones. This is a really good one. This is a really good one. I think Eric's going to show you a couple he's got here that are really good ones too, and if you want more lists, we can get you some of those. But it's so important to develop as a person too. And then the last thing is I always post at least 2 Plexus posts a day and at least 3 non-Plexus posts. Usually it's way more than that. I try to do 2 to 3 ratio. But that is my list. And again, I start in the morning and I don't stop until I'm done at the end of the day. So if you're one of the dozens of people that told me that you have no game plan for your business and that you're frustrated because it's not growing, That is exactly why. Because how do you expect your business to grow if you're not doing things to work it every single day? Otherwise, you're getting caught up in life, you're busy, you're doing non-income producing activities, so it's no surprise that your business is going nowhere. Make sure you write out your list. And yeah, I don't have time is not an excuse. It's not, I guess, I mean, it is an excuse. It's not a reason. So don't use it. You're not going to get ahead saying you don't have time. Everyone has time. Again, stay up late, get up early, make time if you want your business to succeed. The number one thing that people, complain about is their business is growing, but they're always the people who aren't working it. So it's no surprise. Next thing, you need to write out your potentials. This is a list that needs to be at least 100 people long, and it always needs to be growing. Write down everyone you've ever met, anyone they might know, anyone who you think would need the products or the business. Keep track of who you contact, what they say, the date you talk to them, so you have lists of people to follow up with. This will also make you more conscious of your posts because you'll be thinking of them specifically and what testimonials that they need to see, what might excite or motivate them. And one thing I wanted to talk to you too, always try to be positive. No, we're not always happy and we're not always in a good mood. So if you're experiencing that, it's easy. Don't post on Facebook. Walk away from the computer and use that time for personal development. What if someone decided that today is the day they're going to order? Or better yet, join your team. They log on to ask you how to do so, and the first thing they see is a post about how bad your day is or how upset you are at somebody. They immediately change their minds. They think, this is a bad time, I don't want to bother them right now. Or maybe they think, they seem to have a lot of drama in their life and I don't really want to be a part of that. So you instantly lost a sale or even a teammate. It is crucial for your business that every single post you make, every word you say impacts someone's life for the better. People want to be inspired. They want to have role models and people that they look up to. Be that person to them. If you're a person that others look up to, they will follow you. And because whatever you're a part of, they'll want to be a part of that too. So really try to be very conscious of what you're posting. Even, Plexus posts, non-Plexus posts. You want to make sure your Plexus posts are as least salesy as possible. The more emotion you can put into it, which is why testimonials are great because people relate to those on an emotional level. Instead of using a graphic, from somewhere online, take a picture of you with your product. It makes it more personal. It makes it less salesy. I had a lot more to share. I hear Eric coming out of time, but he's coming and he's going to share his thoughts with you guys. So if you hang tight, we're going to switch babysitting duties real quick.
Hello. Thanks for being patient here as I get in front of the screen. And thanks for joining us here tonight. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Eric. I kind of work behind the scenes here with Plexus. I'm supporting my wife in this journey, and Plexus has been amazing for us to this point. Why do I get to pick up on this side of this kind of webinar and talking to you is I've sort of always been in business for myself. Whether that was starting a lawn care business right out of high school, and even when I worked for other people, I was sort of working on my own schedule. So I sort of know what it takes, kind of make a dollar for myself. And network marketing is certainly in that sense. You have to go out there and you have to earn your dollar. From the very beginning, I've kind of told her some things from a business mindset, some business building, some principles, I guess, that I've shared with her. And it's really helped her business. And I was sharing some thoughts with her on this tonight. And she said, why don't you just talk about it? So here I am. And I'll try to make this quick. I know you want to get on with your evening and then what you're doing. So I have 4 points that I want to share with you. The first one is always be learning. And I know that's very basic, but the truth is that if you're not learning, you're not going anywhere. And I break this learning into two different topics, 2 different sections. The first one is Plexus as a company, and also its products. You must know a little bit about the company just in case someone asks, like how long has Plexus been around, or it could be, have they any accolades, that we've been on the Inc. 5000, number 8, we were ranked. So little things like that you could throw out there just so that you know a little bit about the company. Probably more importantly though is the products. And one of my favorite resources, I know Brittany, she really hits this hard, is looking at YouTube. And the success guide that we put together, and if you don't have the success guide, please reach out to Brittany on this, but should be on the team page. The success guide has a list of some diamond ambassadors that you could look up and you can follow on YouTube. Not only do they have some motivational type videos, but they have product related videos. They tell you what Slim has in it, and they tell you why it works, and they can break it down. And Brittany even has some videos herself on these. And I got to give her credit. People ask me from time to time, how did you build your business to, a couple hundred people or a few hundred people now? They're asking Brittany this, and I think to myself, well, I've been here. I work at home. I have the luxury of working at the house as well. I see her how much she's on the phone, on the computer, on the calls, doing conference calls with people in her team, and I've broken it down to this. One, she's very, very passionate about Plexus, and that spreads, and and that's a good thing. People want to see that you're passionate about your business. The second thing is she knows her products, and not everyone has the time to dig in to what each product does. But at this point, in the fact that we did the Shooting for Silver webinar here, is that pick one product, just one for right now. Just say Slim, because it's kind of the benchmark product, and learn about that product as much as you can. So well, what does Slim do? Boy, you can rattle off facts left and right, and I think it's going to show them that you are knowledgeable, and people are going to be attracted to you because of that. And it's not just customers, but it's going to be ambassadors who want to join your team. They want to be around people who are not only passionate, but they know their stuff. So that being the first part, learning about Plexus itself and its products. The second one, and I feel is a really big one, is personal development. I've been doing this since I was, in college. I picked up a book, and this is the first book that I picked up. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Has nothing to do with network marketing, but maybe some of you guys have read it. If you haven't read it, just go pick it up. It's very well known. Robert Kiyosaki. And it's something that really changed my mentality on being an entrepreneur. And I think that those of you who are serious about building your Plexus business should just go pick up the book. It's a pretty quick read. And another one here is the audio version. It's The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. And it says, Turning Simple Principles into Massive Success. I thought it was a great read. And, this is just recommendations. But one of the things that I got from that book was that there's daily habits that we have to do to be successful. And let's just take weight loss, for example. A lot of people have the goal of losing weight, but what's that take? Well, it takes maybe eating right, maybe exercise, and a lot of people, they can't get that overnight. They can't lose 20 pounds overnight, and it takes a lot of work. And that's the obstacle. People don't see that end goal, and a lot of people get stuck. It's a daily habit or a daily discipline that people have to take to get to the end goal. And this business is no different. Some of the things that Brittany talked about here earlier, some of the things that she mentioned for you to work on, those are daily habits and disciplines. Try to do them, and you will see results in your business. I promise you that. And it may not happen right away. And there's some people that I know that are on the team that have been going a couple months, few months, and things may not be going that far. For one, just be patient with it. Even if you are working it and you look at yourself in the mirror and you're very accountable to yourself and you are disciplined, just keep going with it. But for the most part, a lot of people do slip, and they don't have that habit of reading a book or getting on YouTube and watching a video. So just something to keep in mind, that the personal development part is very, very big. Just quickly, I want to throw this in there, but the power of three being a point to always kind of keep in the back of your mind. Since you're going for silver, you don't have a ton of ambassadors underneath you yet, but even if you have one or two, reach out to that person instead of just asking them, how's everything going? And then they say, okay, I got a few people that are interested, but nothing's happening. Try to be their accountability partner. Maybe you guys can team up and learn a couple products together. Maybe talk about what's working, what do we need to do? Maybe try to get on a call with Brittany and say, hey, this is where we're at. Think about those team members, because those team members are in it with you. They are there to help grow your business as well. Yes, they're trying to grow their business, but it's, Plexus at convention this past year, it was one Plexus. And I have been in network marketing companies before, and I've truly have never seen a company like Plexus. The people in it are amazing. They just have an open arm sort of feel to them, and they seem to care about you. The compensation plan, I won't really get into that tonight, but I feel it's bar none the best out of any of them. So think about that as just keeping in the back of your mind that if you're not a great recruiter and you kind of look at yourself and say, that's not one of my strong points. I'm just not one of those social people. I don't want to go and talk to 100 people or bother people. Well, think about the teaching side of it. If you find yourself maybe as someone who could go through the success guide that we have, and you could teach others how to recruit and how to be good ambassadors, that's very, very powerful. And if you haven't seen that Power of Three, please look that up too, because that should be in the back office as well for the team page. Thirdly, here is avoid excuses. Examples being, well, I have a job and I don't have time. I have talked with several people and they just don't seem interested. I just don't have all the contacts that some of these people have. These people that are diamond, and they're just, they seem to just get there so quickly. They have all these contacts and all these people. Maybe you have these thoughts that you're just not cut out to be in network marketing. Or maybe it's, I'm never going to be a diamond someday. I'm never going to get emerald and drive a Lexus and go to Maui and have all these wonderful things that Plexus gives us. Those thoughts bring negativity, and negativity brings failure. And that's the truth of it. And whenever I am around some people that are negative about where Plexus is going, or the fact that their team is not growing, but you don't want to have that as your outward appearance. You don't want to share that with your team. You have to be positive, and you have to believe that you can do this, and I know that you can do this. See, it's kind of a psychological thing here, but I find this very interesting. As humans, we want to avoid situations that cause us stress and worry, and we hate rejection. We do. We just, with the whole weight loss thing. Well, if I gotta go to the gym, I'm gonna be sore. Well, if I gotta go on a diet, well, that means I might be hungry. Well, I don't want any of that stuff, so I might as well just continue eating pizza. So we as humans want the short-term fix, not the long-term, and we have to switch that around our mentality if we really want to reach our goals. So think of all our fears as a wall, and on one side of this wall is where we are today, and on the other side of this wall is our success. Maybe it's the why you got into Plexus. It could be health, it could be financial freedom, whatever it is. Well, you have to ask yourself, will my fear paralyze me from wanting what I want in life? I'm going to say that again because I think it's important. Ask yourself, will your fear paralyze you from what you want in life? Because sadly, a majority of Americans would rather remain in their comfort zone than truly realize the potential they have. And to get over this wall, you may have to consciously think about it when you're put in these situations, when doubt and fear come in. You have to tell yourself, I can and I will. You can and you will. The day will come when you get over that wall and you look back and you'll be absolutely amazed at what you have done. And it's the absolute truth. And I want each and every single one of you that's on this call to be silver. And whatever those steps are that you're going to take, that action plan that you're going to take, once you get that bonus, you can look back and say, yeah, I had to do some things that maybe I was a little uncomfortable with, but boy, it feels so good where I'm at right now. I have more confidence than ever where I'm at right now. And I want that for you. So please keep that in your mind. Very lastly is take action. And it seems very simple as well. But we have a plan, but a plan is just a plan. We have to put it in action. So I know that Brittany did lay out sort of a daily plan for all of you. Please do your best in trying to take action on that and be accountable to yourself. And if you don't feel like you can keep yourself accountable to yourself, even reach out to Brittany yourself. Take what we said tonight and start implementing it tomorrow. What we want is each and every one of you to go silver and 100% believe that you can do that. So, like I said, I want to keep it short and sweet. I hope that some of that can resonate with you, and I appreciate every one of you turning in tonight and listening to what we had to say. So feel free to reach out if you have any questions to any man ambassadors that may be on the call and they want to talk to another guy. I'll be more than happy to answer a question if they had to as well. So thank you guys, and we'll talk to you all soon. And good night.